Okay, welcome back. So today's session we are going to discuss about the different types of association. So first we try to understand what is the meaning of association. Association means a two variable related to each other. Association means it is only that two variable related to the each other. It does not means that the one variable is cause disease or they are responsible for the disease. So association means in simple meaning that the two variables are related to the each other. It is not necessary that it cause a disease. So basically we classify the association into the three groups. One is the spurious association, the next stage indirect association, and the third is direct association. So we start the topic with a spurious association. So this spurious association is also called as a false association. Why it is called as a false association? Because it is looks like true, but reality it is not true. Explain it with examples. Obviously, why not? So in a UK study, it is found that uh, the perinatal death of a child is more in case of a hospital delivery as compared to the home delivery. So what found in US study? In US study it is found that perinatal death of a baby is more in case of the hospital delivery as compared to the home delivery. So when we read this statement, you think that in hospital having no, more mortality rate of perinatal delivery because the lack of hospital care. But the reality is that in hospital, mostly the pregnant ladies who admitted, they are the high risk pregnant ladies. In hospital, mostly the ladies who go for the delivery, they are belongs to the high risk pregnancy criteria. So basically the death of the baby will occur or death of fetus will occur not due to the lack of hospital care. The death will high because all the ladies who belongs to the high risk pregnancy criteria. So the exact cause of death is not the lack of hospital care, it is due to the high risk pregnancy criteria. So this is about the spurious association which is looking like a true but reality it is not a true. For example, we take one more example. Okay, so let's suppose that it is found that in a study it is found that the people who having lighters, they develops more lungs cancer. So here you think that the people who are using lighters or they kept lighters, they are more prone for the developments of lungs cancer. But reality it is not true. The person who develops lungs cancer is not due to the using a lighters or having a lighter. They develop lungs cancer because they are more smoker or they are more smoking to the cigarette. So here reality the smoking is the cause of lungs cancer, not just keeping lighter with us. So this is about the spurious association which is looking like a true but reality it is not a true. The second thing is the indirect association. So indirect association means what? Indirect association means the cause is indirectly related to the effect. For example, it is observed that the people who are living in high altitudes, like mostly in mountains regions, they are more prone for the developments of endemic goiters. So when we read this statement, it looks like that people who are living in high altitudes, they having more prone for the developments of iodine developments of what's goiter. So in one sentence, it looks like the high altitude is responsible for the developments of endemic goiters. But the reality, the high altitude is not responsible for the developments of endemic goiters. It is because at the high altitude or in a mountains region, the soils are deficient of the iodine, and also their water having a less concentration of the iodines. So the real cause is that their soil are iodine deficient. So if their soil are the iodine deficient, the crops that grow in those soils, those crops also are the iodine deficient, and another things, the water having a less iodine concentration. So these are the two main cause. One is the iodine deficiency in waters, and another is the iodine deficiency in their food, because their soil contains less iodine. So this is the real cause for the developments of endemic goiter, which is occur because they living in the high altitudes. So if the cause is indirectly related, we can say that it is a indirect association. Now the third is direct association. So in case of the direct association, it is further divided into the two criteria. One is direct one-to-one association, and another is a multifactorial association. So one-to-one direct association means disease is directly related to the, or disease is specific to the causative or causal. For example, the rabies disease is only due to the rabies virus. The measles disease is only due to the measles virus. Tuberculosis is due to the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So here disease is specific for any causative agents. So whenever the disease is specific for the causal, in that condition we call it as one-to-one association. But the problem is that most of the diseases are not fit under this criteria, because most of the diseases are the multifactorials. They depend on more than one factors. So there are few diseases which comes under this one-to-one direct association criteria. Mostly the diseases are belong to the multifactorial criteria. For examples, for the developments of lungs cancer, it is a multifactorial criteria like smoking, air pollution, exposure of asbestos. They all cause the cellular reaction, and as a result, person develops lungs cancer. So this is all about the association. Welcome back in new lecture.